What's up, fellow classers? It's Apollyon here, and I know it's been a long time, but just been dealing with a lot of real life stuff, dodging hurricanes, working a real job, and everything like that, just keeping me really busy. But glad to be back, and back in WHF too, because my army is pretty much max Town Hall 10, not quite, but almost there, not too far away, and I've got pretty good defenses. I'm getting to be towards between tier 2 and tier 3, but upgrading, 4 defenses at a time, sometimes 5, just depending on how things go. So should be back into the CWL war scene pretty soon, but still warring with them during the week and whenever they're not doing CWL stuff. So let's go ahead and jump into this particular video. Although we lost against Fake Wargasm, and congrats to them on that CWL win. Very, very close. It was just done on a little bit of percentage. As you can see, some really great Town Hall 9 attacks. And when I watch these attacks, we pretty much ran the gambit of different strategies. So here I'm going to show you pretty much the most popular Town Hall 9 strategies there are. There's a couple ones that I can't show because they weren't done. Actually, the Queen Walk Lalunian, I think fell short on time. Which is one of the strategies I did want to show, but that's not on here. And I'm trying to think if there's any other mainstream strategies, the really, really popular ones that I'm not going to show. And I can't think of anything else besides that Queen Walk Quad Lalunian. No Avalanche, but very few people actually use that. So let's jump into it, and I said it already, jump. Let's go ahead and look at the first one, which is going to be a Drag Laloon. So powerful in both Town Hall 9 and Town Hall 10 and Dips. Just a really, really powerful strategy. So Pablissimo is going to start us off with this, and just completely going to crush this base. Swag and a Rage too at the end. It's just absolutely obliterates this, and it's going to start funneling with that Wizard there and a Valkyrie from the 3 o'clock or 3:15 side, just that bottom portion of it, and then sending the King in there to go ahead and continue the funneling up on that side. And we haven't dropped the Queen yet, but we're going to drop the Queen in just a second. And the cool thing about this is, there we go with the wall breaker. Very good patience, because he knows if he drops the the Queen in too early, it's going to walk up where the King is going, and he really wants to get into that base with those wall breakers like he did open it, and he wants to get those 2 ADs and potentially the Queen, the enemy Queen. Not a really big deal with dragons if you get the Queen or the CC, as they can clean up whatever's in there, but it's just added bonus to it. So 2 ADs poisons the CC, and I think he gets everything. Maybe that baby dragon makes it out with just a tiny little bit of health, but the witch goes down, and the baby dragon, I'm not sure if it doesn't even get out. So he takes care of the enemy Queen and the CC. Tons of value for that small kill squad. And then we've got our 7 dragons coming in here under Rage, and he's got 10 loons with a Lava Hound in front of them to go ahead and just obliterate this base. He uses almost all his spells on this little group of 10 loons and Lava Hound. That's and just great foresight to do that, as he sees how much value he's going to get for these loons. We've still got 2 rages and a heal, so he'll go ahead and heal up right here because of the splash damage he's going to run into. And I think he rages up. Yeah, there we go. He's going to rage up the loons at this portion, and at this right now, it doesn't even matter what happens. This base is completely wrecked. Doesn't need to drop any more rages. Doesn't need to drop any more whatever he needs. He's got, I think, 7 dragons that he started with are all still up. And he still has a bunch of loons. So, I mean, swags a Rage, swags a loon, swags the archers, and just crushes this base. So, if you can get those 2 ADs and the clan castle and the Queen on entry with just a couple of troops with their King and Queen, by all means do it. Next one is 24. We're going to do the Bewitched attack from 12 to 3. There was a variation. I don't want to show too many variations of this attack, but there was a Stone Bewitched, which was 3 golems with the witches coming in here, just dropping a couple witches and our wizards just to make it for that 3rd golem. But this one, we're going to utilize 2 golems and then the mass wizards here coming in here. Double jump, 1 rage, 1 heal to push them through the base, getting a lot of value coming in on that jump. and being able to make your way almost into the core of the base, and then being able to jump and push through almost the rest of the portion of the base there. So we've got the queen jumping in, kind of unfortunately, because there is a lava hound in the clan castle, which it would be a little bit better if the queen could just walk around the edge with those witches. Just a lot more value, while the lava hound does absolutely nothing. But we let the kill squad break through that portion, so very good patience on that. And then we're going to jump in through the rest of the base and pretty much get everything he needs to. That top portion of the witch's attack just completely fizzled out. It wasn't really going to go too far with those two wizard towers on the outer edge of the base. They are definitely witch killers unless you have healers to back them up. So which we did not. So a witch slap would have probably let them live through that. But we've got our king and queen still up. King with half health, queen with full health and ability, and we've only got 3 splash damages and 1 point defense, which with all those skellies, even barbarians, and tons of witches with a little golemite straying behind, they're just going to completely crush the rest of this base. So really cool strat there. Just a really good deployment, and great job. Okay, so let's go to our next strategy. We're going to go back to air again, and we're going to do a quad la loon on this one. And you could do a tri la loon, just take out one of the lava hounds and add 6 more loons. One of the reasons, there was a couple of quad la loon attacks here. One of the reasons why I wanted to show this is normally on your kill squad, how big or small, you want to get at least 1 air defense or kill squad or the queen, of which I don't think Camps accomplishes any of those goals on this entry, because the queen actually starts walking down towards that Tesla, then towards the altar, and then towards the archer tower and army camp, and skips completely over those air defenses. And I think at this point is probably going to run into a lava hound in the clan castle. And then it's going to fizzle out. Pops the ability early just to see if we can maybe get over to that. But those skelly traps, unfortunately, are going to keep her busy from going anywhere to any other defenses. So we're still left with 4 air defenses, the queen and the CC, which fortunately for this is not going to really make a big deal. But a really nice La Lune deployment on this base is going to be able to take care of this. So very, very little value for that kill squad. Did get, I think, a couple Teslas and a couple of point defenses and splash defenses, but not generally what you're looking for. But saves a bunch of loons for that 3 o'clock so they can go into both of those air defenses. Those lava hounds are a little slow on catching up, so unfortunately the loons are tanking for a little bit on those ADs, where you want it the exact opposite way. But I think we have 2 lava hounds, which is going to make a great opportunity right here to drop that poison on the queen, drop the skelly spell, and then rage it up, so that queen just insta gets killed by that skelly spell, and then they'll just work their way through as soon as that mortar is done, and they can punch their way through these walls. But we've got the lava hound that is getting distracted by those skellies, and that's good for any kind of minions or anything like that might distract it too. So we've held on to at least 1 loon up top, 2 loons, and deploying them just to go ahead and take care of some of those straggler buildings and make sure it goes a little bit smoother. But very, very nicely done, and one of my favorite air attacks. All right, let's go down to number 30 and start looking at some ground attacks. And here we're going to look at a Shattered Go Ho. Now, the next attack, I don't want to spoil it, but we're going to do a Go Hobo, but I wanted to show the 2 variations because this is going to be without bowlers. And a lot of times people are asking, well, what if I don't have bowlers? My clan members don't have bowlers. Here you go. This is a bowler-free attack here. So Shattered meaning using 2 golems, and then they're going to bring hogs and the CC. So we've got a total of 30 hogs with a kill squad king queen. We're going to jump in there to get the golem king and queen to reroute. Now their goal is to get that enemy queen and the CC taken out. Without doing those 2 things, this attack will probably fail. You have to eliminate that archer, the enemy archer queen, and the CC if it's not a Lava Hound, because they will completely shred up the hogs you deploy. So everything's going pretty good. That Golemite is tanking for the queen and tanking for the enemy, tanking the enemy queen and the Expo. So we're going to get a little bit more of a push from this queen into the base, which anything you can do, especially a bomb tower, is fantastic when you're talking about a hog attack. So everything's working out really, really well. Using more of a surgical style deployment here instead of just mass dropping the hogs, which will work here since so much is taken out. The king is still up. He finally uses his ability, and then we have a weirdly offset Tesla farm up top there. We still have 2 heals. We've used one of them, and we still have 2 heals. A little slow on that 1 heal. Want to really pre-heal bombs if possible, but I'm not sure if this was a cleanup or not. So dropping a poison, I'm sorry, not a poison, a Skelly on that king. As soon as he takes out that 1 hog he was going after, he's going to focus on that the Skelly trap, which is I think I like this variation of using a Skelly spell instead of that second poison. If you think you can take out the clan castle, that Skelly spell is so important. It can distract the queen or the king, and look at how many hogs he has left over. I don't, probably like 12 to 15 hogs, just completely crushing this base on a really nice entry. Queen is still up with ability and swags the heal. So again, just some really, really strong attacks this war. Let's jump down a couple, and we're going to look at a stoned Go Hobo. So semi-similar, except we're using 3 golems and we're bringing bowlers in the clan castle. So you're bringing the 3 golems when you want that extra push through the base, and he wants to push a little further than that, shattered or cold-blooded entry. And anytime you're going to use 3 golems, if you can, it's usually a good idea to back them up with the bowlers in the clan castle, just because you really want that push with those bowlers to get all those outside buildings and inside compartments on the bounce while those golems are tanking, and it just makes it so much better. So we've dropped all our golems here. We've got a completely full golem going into the base, tanking for the king, bowlers, and queen. Notice how he dropped that king quite late, and this is just working out perfect because he's got the golem tanking up top, that Tesla farm, with the queen right behind the golem. So there's a Lava Hound in the clan castle, which is going to do absolutely nothing to that king and to the golem inside there. So and the bowlers will go ahead and take out all those buildings within compartments that can't be reached. Just working out absolutely perfect. And we've got 2 heals to go through of the rest of this base, but as far as defenses, probably 75% of the defenses are already down, and we just have a couple more that we have to worry about. Haven't even used the heal yet for those hog riders, because they're being tanked by the kill squad in there, saving that poison for the Lava Hound being popped with the pups, and the friendly queen finally goes down. We do have some scraggler skellies from the Skelly trap hitting those hog riders, but we only have 1 more defense. And then we're pretty much done. I think we have a troll Tesla there. Dropping that wizard there. I think we could have probably held on to the wizard and used it for cleanup on 3 o'clock, but that's fine. He had plenty of hogs. Maybe this was a fresh hit and didn't know if there was a giant bomb there, which that would be good to drop that wizard there in that case. But we're just going to go ahead and speed things up and take care of this. And hogs are cleaning up all that mess, so really good attack. And then we're going to look at the last one, and we're going to look at 34, which is a Queen Walk Mass Valk. Again, a lot of people on the chats I see just saying that it's not a skilled attack, it's just a spam attack, and it is a spam attack. If you're not using jumps like Raj is not using, your Valks will go the way they want to go, but it's still very high percentage 3 for us when you think it out and you do the right funneling, and that's exactly what's going on right here. Is we've got a queen walk up at the 1 o'clock area, and then we've got the king at the 12 or 11 o'clock area doing the funneling so that we can drop those Valks right in at noon and just have them bust in. No wall breakers necessary because that funnel is going to be set so far. Like, these Valks have nowhere else to run but right into that base. They could could have actually ran to that Tesla, but I guess they didn't want to. And then we've got miners in the clan castle, which is pretty cool too. They just follow up under rage and everything like that. They can jump or burrow a little bit ahead. They don't have to worry about the walls so much. But it's just a really nice combination, especially when the whole entire group of Valks are tanking for some of those defenses. Those miners can sneak right in there and take those defenses out while the Valks are tanking for them. So we've got Valks going all over the place. We got a king and queen still going through the base. King is full health with ability used, and then the queen is full health with ability still to use. And we've just got Valks running all over. It's hard to keep up with them. We've got some up at the 9 o'clock area, some at the 7 o'clock area, some down at the 6 o'clock. So they're just pretty much like termites shredding this base. We've got a baby dragon. I think that might be the original baby dragon that was dropped to do the funneling. So just a massive amount of value that baby dragon has got already. Probably is going to hit a giant bomb, or I'm sorry, seeking air mine at some point. Well, doesn't look like it's going to get the chance. There we go. It does trigger it, but the 80 takes it out. Still swagging a rage here. Can use it if we need to. There we go. Just to bust through those walls that much quicker. But that queen with ability would have taken out the rest of the base by herself, let alone with the rest of these troops. So just a really cool attack. I loved watching all these Town Hall 9 attacks. So many really good ones. I'm going to see if I can do either a war recap or a Town Hall 10, every 10 type of attack summary, but there's very little time. I hope Supercell fixes that particular thing where the friendly wars or friendly challenge, whatever, friendly wars only have a 24-hour thing before they're reset. So you only have a limited time. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Sorry it's been so long since I've been out there. Like, subscribe if you haven't already. Go ahead and leave me any comments of what you guys want to see. I haven't done any Builder Hall stuff since they've done Builder Hall 7. I don't know what else you guys might want to see as far as these videos go. Any particular strategies, particular town hall stuff, go ahead and leave me comments down below. Go ahead and just practice all these different ones. These different attacks I've showed here are pretty much the bread and butter of Town Hall 9 attacks. Very robust, but you have a lot of different options. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Go ahead and use those friendly challenges to get better at these attacks and practice. Get those 6-star clan wars and those 3-star attacks.